Since Spacies.
G'day invaders, welcome to Since Spacies, and this is a look at Phantasy Star IV for the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection. And I've been waiting a long time to get this particular game on the channel because it's regarded by a lot of people as one of the best role-play games that you could find on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis. And you know, in that era it was a big thing to have a role-play game or two out for your system. Now the Mega Drive admittedly doesn't have quite the caliber that the Super Nintendo has for Japanese role-play games, but Phantasy Star IV really did do a big stellar effort to try and make up for that gap. Now initially it was intended to be released for the Mega CD or the Sega CD, but due to the very poor numbers of the Mega CD there, they decided to opt for the more popular cartridge adaptation instead. So I'd hate to imagine what stuff got cut out from the original one. You know, we're talking probably an orchestrated soundtrack, maybe some more cutscenes. It's just a real crying shame that this game didn't get the CD quality release that it deserved. But we ended up with a classic nonetheless. And let's get stuck into it straight away. Phantasy Star IV for the Sega Mega Drive. Let's get on with it.
Hello. Alright, we are live. This chair. I hate the sound of it. One day I'm going to spray the crap out of it with WD-40. Alright, so Phantasy Star IV. I'm going to get through these tips. Or did you know facts? And yeah, stating here that when it was first released, the retail price was almost, don't say almost, it was well over. It was about 120 bucks here, I remember, here in Australia at the time. So yeah, that was a thing. And in today's money, that'd be 200 odd. Easy. Phantasy Star IV was the last turn-based Phantasy Star title release. Yes, could you please bring it back? During Phantasy Star IV's earliest design phases, it was planned as a Sega CD game. Yeah, well, we already know that. Let's get stuck in. Right, so Phantasy Star IV, long struggle of ancient times finally ended. I hate reading these bits. The victor sacrificed the vanquished to the heavens. 4 bells tolled, 4 torches were lit. And the world continued for thousands of years. 2 in fact. Phantasy Star, the end of the millennium. It's funny, hang on as I turn this fan off. It's funny that it doesn't actually say Phantasy Star IV. It just shows, yeah, the end of the millennium. I love these. So back in this time, we didn't have a lot of anime. It was hard to get a hold of. And this gave you a sense of an anime cartoon style game, which was something we were craving out for. The only thing I don't like about the text is that I don't have a black border or shadow to make that text stand out more. But basically this is going on about the series of events leading up to this game. The mother brain was destroyed, and unfortunately one of the planets was destroyed, Palma, in the process. And advanced technological culture was lost as well. Society declined. Phantasy Star III came out. No one cared. And then 1,000 years passed. At last, civilization is once more on the rise across the Algo system. Now only comprised of 2 lousy planets. And old knowledge is being rediscovered. But just as things look brighter beyond the threshold long thought lost. Yeah, I really do like the fact that they catch this system or this culture not at the pinnacle of their technological advances, but on the way up. So you kind of get this sense of, you know, this culture that they're aware that things used to be better and they're fighting to get it back to that level again. Anyway, let's get stuck into this game. Now, this Let's Play is going to be very quick. I'm going to just show you through to the first basement, and just to give you an idea, because to be quite honest, let's plays on roleplay games are really hard to get you guys to stay focused. So I imagine this video is not going to be any more than, say, 10 minutes. Get up, we got work to do. So Chaz is like the apprentice. This is your first job since you joined the Hunters Guild. You better put your heart into it. So I'm not a trainee anymore. From this day on, you are a full-fledged partner. I'm not doing a female voice. I saw Carbon Knights Gaming do a female voice for their Stardew Valley videos. Like, oh no, I can't do that. Anyway, come on now, let's go. Where are we off to this time? It's a bit far. We're going to Matovia Academy in the town of Piata. Wow, so we're going to the town of learning. I wonder what's happened there. Who knows? The message said, just come. We'll get the details once we're there.
And so the adventure begins.
Since we're going to be there anyway, I'd sure like the tour of the academy. Is that all you can think about? Get moving or I'll leave you behind.
AW2284. Monster attacks have swelled the ranks of those who call themselves hunters. Huh?
But as the attacks become more frequent and powerful, an elite few begin to wonder what is behind this outbreak, and when and how will it all end. This would have been so cool if this was CD. This would have been a cartoon. There would have been a voiceover. Instead, you got to put up with my crappy voiceover. Oh dear. Oops, I wandered around and now I've gotten separated from Alice. And yes, that is a nod to Alice from Phantasy Star 1, but no relation, or is it? Alright, we've got to go find Alice. Alice, where is Alice?
Are you here to exterminate the monsters?
Yep, just me. No one else but me.
About a month ago, monsters began to appear in the basement. I'm so frightened, I can't even think about my research.
Pity you.
You're the hunter commissioned by the principal? A kid like you?
Hey Pops, go screw yourself.
Are you going to be able to handle it?
Hey, Chaz, where have you been? Come on, let's go.
But
We have to see the principal and get the details about this commission. Step to it. Okay, I think he's in here. Here we go. Welcome. I'm the principal of this academy. Let's see. You must be Alice, the hunter. And you are her assistant, Chaz. Forgive me, but Chaz is a full-fledged partner of mine. Let's get down to business. Describe the situation. About a month ago, mysterious monsters started to appear within this academy. It appears that they have made the basement their headquarters. I've since closed it off. So far, no one's been hurt, but who knows when they'll appear again. Please, I beg you to destroy these creatures. I'd like to settle this matter discreetly. I'm counting on your reputation, Alice. No problem, you can rely on us. Although, it's strange that all these monsters suddenly appeared in this academy. Usually monsters don't come into inhabited areas. Do you have any idea how this happened? How would I know? Stop asking questions. Just hurry and exterminate these monsters. Those monsters. Don't forget, I'm paying you dearly for your services. Well, it's true that there is something fishy about the principal's behavior. Given the circumstances, I feel compelled to investigate the basement myself, but come to think of it, it's a bit dangerous. So you were just waiting for us to arrive? Well, yeah. You catch on real quick. 100 meseta. What? I'll take you with us for 100 meseta. I hope you weren't thinking of just tagging along with us for free. I can't get that kind of money from the principal. That's not my problem. Now, what are you gonna do? Okay, I'll pay. All right, so we got a new, I'm anticlimax. When a new person joins your party, I like to, have a little bit of a song and dance. Dun, 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 dun. So-and-so joins your party, but in this case, they just tag along with you. Never mind. All right, so this is one of the first dungeons you get to play in the game. Oh, that doesn't look good. Looks like something out of Aliens. And already we're in a fight. Right, so I haven't even equipped anything, or I'm just going off whatever they've got equipped normally. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that the backgrounds aren't just plain boring like Phantasy Star II. You actually get context-related backdrops depending on where you are in the game, which is cool. So they obviously listened to the feedback that people like that from Phantasy Star 1, and they decided to bring that back again for this. What's this? Stop wasting time. There's nothing here. So there's another useless screen. What is this? I didn't want to go up. Ugh. Stupid. Oh wow. That looks gross. Alright, so we're going to just take this middle thing out and not so much concentrate on these side companions that keep coming up. We're just going to keep killing the... No! Focus on the middle guy! Because he keeps spurting him out. Oh, it's a she. Actually, it looks like an X. Yeah, because Alice's boomerang is really, really handy at this point. So you just focus on the middle. And that's 21. That's a big hit. See, I don't know. I would love a remake of this. I think a remake would actually be really, really cool. Maybe this screen in 3D, like, the Final Fantasy games. I always preferred these over Final Fantasy back in the day, and it's such a shame that Sega don't keep putting Phantasy Star titles out like this instead of the online stuff that they focus on now. I'm just showing how old I am. I know there's 1,000 others out there that like these style of Phantasy Star. For them, this is Phantasy Star, not the online stuff. Your favorite role-play game of all time. Now, when I say role-play, I mean turn-based. Okay? Turn-based can include Final Fantasy. Hey, we're going up in the world. We did it! Chaz, you need more practice. Your swing sucks. What? But we destroyed the monster. Yeah, with my help. Sorry. Now, Han, come over here. What? What are these glass containers for? Are these? Hey, are you by any chance breeding monsters here? He's a genius. If that's the case, this monster business is no mystery after all. But I don't know anything. It's the first time I've been in this room. I've only just learnt that such a thing exists at the academy. Really, it's the truth. I believe you, for now. The principal must know about these containers. He must also know the connection between this and the disappearance of Professor Holt. Disappearance of Professor Holt. Sorry, in Australia, we had a Prime Minister called Harry Holt disappear. So that's kind of ironic that a dude called Holt just disappears. Anyway, back to the show. Let's see the principal again. Come on, Chaz. Hey, don't leave me in here. Alright. What's wrong? You seem upset. Were you able to defeat those monsters? Yes, but there's something I want to ask you. What? Is it just my imagination that I saw some strange things in the basement? Huh? Stop beating around a bush. Someone keeping information from me is the 6th most dangerous thing in this world. Alright already. I'll tell you what I know. You are aware of the recent outbreak of a new breed of monster? Yes, thanks to the outbreak, I'm not hurting for work. 3 months ago, Holt identified Birth Valley as the origin of the outbreak, and he went to investigate. He says he discovered the remains of an ancient and advanced civilization. The investigation team brought back the monster breeding capsules and immediately set forth on their second investigative mission, but not one of them came back. That's right, Han. And despite all this, he didn't send out a rescue team and ban entry to the Birth Valley. No. I was trying to send out a rescue team, but something happened. At that moment, a man who called himself Zio appeared before my eyes. Zio, I've heard of him. That fake magician. My dear principal of Motavia Academy. How are you doing? He's too young to have that kind of a voice. Anyway, who are you? My name is Zio the Black Magician. Do not intrude on Birth Valley. What do you mean? In the future, if you ever let anyone set foot in Birth Valley... Let me make something clear. There is no need for you to go to Birth Valley. It's related to the research team. So that's why the Birth Valley situation wasn't announced. And also why you tried to keep a lid on the monster situation. But what's this all about? Remains of an ancient advanced civilization in Zio. It seems like these are signs of something to come. I need to help the professor. I'm going to Birth Valley. Psst, Han. This is egg-laying season for sandworms, so be careful. Alice? We'll tag along for 300 Meseta plus expenses. Deal. Birth Valley is to the northeast. Let's hurry. When playing that part there, that music sounds like Snatcher on the Mega CD, so that was kind of weird. Are you going, huh? Yeah, okay. Now, I probably won't play for much longer because I think you guys get the gist of the game, and yeah, you really have to play it, I guess, in full to get the most out of this game. A forehead patch made of sandworm skin. That does not sound hygienic. It sounds disgusting. A woman's helmet made of sandworm skin. Available now in your nearest retail outlet. Did you see the quicksand? It's spreading and spreading. How long is this town going to last? Wow, so this town's days are numbered. This is the village of Mile, and this is our newly built sandworm wench. What do you think? Isn't it great? This will attract a lot of tourists. Look guys, we got worms. See that island there? In the big lake near here? The building on that island's been called Soldier's Temple since long ago. Once I swam over there, but there were monsters all over the island. It was frightening and I came rushing home. Wow, cool story, bro. Is someone significant in this house? Saya? Wow, she's hot. Han, you've come home. I'm so happy. Saya, I've missed you. Let me introduce you to everyone. This is my fiance, Saya. Fiance? It's a pleasure to meet you. Wow, my name is Saya. Saya teaches children here in a home. Wow, I'm impressed. Oh no, it's about the only thing I'm capable of doing. Alice and Chaz are hunters and are assisting me in my task. It's a difficult job, isn't it? Thank you for taking care of Han. Now, don't you worry, everything will be okay. But if anything were to happen to you, Saya, Han, get a room! Oh, you too. That was weird. Thank you again for taking care of her. Wow, that was the most intimate moment in video game history. I'm going to perv around. It's not a good idea to open up other people's cabinets, but in this case, Chaz, you're no fun. The cups and plates are neatly arranged in a row. Let's see what this squirt's got to say. Stay still.
My teacher Saya is kind and beautiful. I love her.
Right. Alright, I think on that note I've seen enough and I've played enough. That has been Phantasy Star IV for the Sega Mega Drive. And if you'd like to see more of the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection, I've got a ton of backlog videos of the past games that I've been looking at. Also, I have got what is coming up next. Let me, just do a little bit of digging. I should have looked at this before I started doing this video. One moment, please. Okay. So coming up next on the list of the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection. Geez, I never get tired of saying that. Rista. Yes, the Sega Sonic wannabe. Kind of needs a sequel, don't you think? Would that work in 2018? We're going to find out. We're going to have a look at that on the next video in this series. We've also got podcasts. If you haven't already done so, check out my podcast. Yes, another bloody gaming podcast. That's with, let me see, What the Show and Carbonites Gaming. That was a podcast I did last weekend, and that's getting a ton of hits. That's doing good for the channel. And also I will be doing a video soon on 1979. What will be the game of the year for 1979? And what else have we got going up on the channel? Oh yeah, coming up after I've finished doing this series, I will be starting a new series involving a certain Nintendo platform, and I'm not going to reveal any more at this point. So there will be a new series coming up with Nintendo, because you know I'm kind of always Sega fanboying it, and it's good to just change things up and do something a little different on the show. Until then, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, and you've got the Patreons linked down below. Everyone that's already signed up as a Patreon, big shout out and thank you. And until then, I'm just rambling, and this has been Brian. My name has been Brian. I've been gaming since Spacies. Thanks, guys.
Since Spacies.